Test, test. Is this thing on? Okay. And now, for those in attendance and those listening around the world, it is time for the On God podcast with your host, Tovaun Eaxis Anthony.
What's goody, ladies and germs, and however the hell you identify. I am your host, Tovaun Anthony, and welcome to the first episode of the On God podcast. I am so glad to be podcasting again, and I hope to bring you guys some crazy content and hilarious stories and good times. And speaking of a good time, I have with me my first guest, the master of the good time, the parlay of the party. I'm stupid, you know. I had to make you laugh, ladies and gentlemen. My brother, hailing from which part of Ohio?
I'm in Columbus.
There we go, Columbus, Ohio, by way of the DMV. Obi Wan Shinobi, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having me, homie.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is just great timing because at first I was just gonna get on and just be like, all right, I'm gonna ramble, and then I'm probably gonna say something very depressing, and no one's ever gonna listen to this again. And then you said you were gonna be in town. I'm like, perfect
opportunity to link up. Yeah,
literally had just my evil fingers just. No, man. It's good, man. It's good that you're here, man. I know why you're here. I know exactly why you're here. Here to support your family.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to my little brother graduating from Micah this weekend.
Yes, indeed. Because normally when you're traveling around, you're playing, you're performing. You're doing
I try to stay busy with the shows.
Man, try to stay busy. Last time you were here, I was like, wait, you DJing over there? Because which venue was it again?
It's over at the Crown. Shout out to Ducky Dynamo for bringing me out, premiering some club music. It was really cool to be in the real hometown of club music and be able to play some stuff for some people that really appreciate it.
Yeah, and it looked to be a good time. You know, I got there a little later, but I was just glad I got there because where the fuck was I coming from? I don't even remember. I think I was coming up from DC because there was something going on down there, and I'm like, no, I said I'd be there. Gotta go. And I also hadn't been at the Crown since pre-pandemic. So
yeah, I'm really excited to check it out tonight. You know, apparently they're opening up their top area, so it's gonna be cool to see the venue really opened up, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's funny because the top area used to be open all the time. Because I remember way back when I was dealing with the Philistines, as my elder in church says, the bad people. I'm joking. Back when I dated a burlesque dancer and I was around a bunch of drag queens, they had shows upstairs. Yeah, so I was like, I could have swore they used to have stuff upstairs. And then
they were saying they just renovated it recently, so they're reopening it for that. But it was my first time being there just recently for that. So it's cool to check it out.
How would you compare specifically the Baltimore scene as far as just the quality of people coming and supporting music to anywhere else you've played?
Just for that specific party, I guess, people in Columbus don't come out specifically for club music as often. You know, club music is really engraved in the culture of Baltimore here. So,
yes.
You know, it's more normalized to see a group of dancers come out to dance, you know, and there's dance circles and, you know, everybody's clapping along and really vibing on that wavelength. It's very normalized, you know. In Columbus you see that and that's whoa, it's phenomenal. It's just, you know, it's you don't see that as often, you know?
Okay, no, I mean, shoot, because I don't think I've ever been to Columbus, but wow, that's definitely that's a different perspective from over there. I know Baltimore is very, very receptive to music and performance in general. It's anytime, and, you know, I come from the metal rock, you know, perspective, right? But anytime I've had a show up here, always been a freaking good time because everyone comes to have a good time. They're they almost don't care what the hell's going on. For real, they just want to come out. And if it's a good show, good set, something like that, it's a plus. And the Baltimore scene is very, very receptive to art in general. So,
oh, yeah, I'd definitely say that as the same part for Columbus as well. Oh, yeah. It's just that for that specific music, it's just received a little differently. You know, most of what I see in the Columbus scene is very bass music oriented. You know, there's a lot of heavy stuff there. A lot of jam bands like really pop off in Ohio in general. Yeah.
Okay. So you and I both, but we're focusing on you. You perform at anime conventions, nerd conventions of all kinds. Yes. What was the last one you played at?
So the last one I did was after party for OhioCon. We hosted one because they weren't having a dance, so we were like, oh, we got to monopolize on this opportunity. So we hosted a 2-night after party where we had a bunch of local DJs and some regional ones from Detroit come out. So shout out to my Drinkwater Squad homies if you're listening to this. So yeah, that was a really good time. You know, it went over really well. We didn't really know how well we were going to do since it was our first time doing it, but it was really successful, and that kind of inspired me to continue it and do more of like a seasonal event. So it's called Glotaku, and so glow stick otaku is kind of like
you and these names that roll off the tongue. Glotaku, Obi Wan Shinobi. Like
they just kind of fall in my lap, You
I had one in my back pocket, Nah. Dude, no, that's pretty cool, man. Cool.
I'm super excited about it. So, we're really trying to just exemplify everything that you can find at an anime convention, but in like a smaller scale. So, the first one we're having is going to be July 18th at Double Happiness in Columbus, Ohio. We're going to have a cosplay contest. We're going to have vendors there selling like anime merch and people like artists selling their artwork as well. We're going to have a bunch of local DJs as well as some regional ones from Cleveland coming out and Detroit. So definitely check that out. It's also going to be my birthday party celebration. So I'm super stoked on it. Yeah.
Oh, man. You doing way more than me.
I try to stay busy.
Dude, busy you are. And I know I'm going to be gassing my boy up here. I'm not really gassing him. It's just the truth. When this guy spins, the party freaking gets crazy, man. It gets crazy. Now, I know we have our specific opinion on this specific convention, but when you were spinning at BlurCon, when you started, I had just got off, remember? I was done. I literally ran up to the room to change, whatever. By the time I got back downstairs, that room was fucking filled. I was like, yo, I was gonna try to get back up in there, like nobody was gonna come through. Yeah, right.
BlurCon was a blast. See, I was a little worried at first because you open up a room to like 20 people. I was the first person to go on, but people when they hear it,
they're ready to rock.
They're like, it's going down now.
But dog, you also had prime time because when I was going on. The show was still going on outside mainly, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people
had the outdoor stage.
Yeah, and a lot of people actually had no idea what was happening. It was kind of disorganized. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. It's my podcast. Yeah, like I was like, okay, some people are showing up here. This is cool. At least they heard me. Whatever. And then I'm like, man, I hope shit goes right for my boy. And I was like, I'm coming back down here if I gotta be loud as hell to make it sound like it's 20 extra people in this bitch. Came down. I'm like, I can't see. I looked to my left. I kid you not. It was this one dude that was in there during my set, and this positively plump woman who was, when I say they were dancing, I'm like, yo, this looks like if they were standing on anything other than this solid ground, shit would break. Because, dog, they were kind of slamming into each other in a way that I was just like, I don't know what kind of dance this is, but whatever. They having a good time, and you're up there.
It's a slam dance.
Yeah, and then you're up there damn near in your drawers. I'm like,
I went up there in my Jedi cosplay.
Yeah, I know.
Like I started with the full cloak on, but you know how stage lights be. It gets hot up there. It gets hot up there real quick, and especially I be grooving. I be up there, turning up, jumping around on stage. It lasted like 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I couldn't do the whole get up, so I was down to just like the tunic. Like
I'm sitting here just like, yo, when I left, he was clothed. I am here. He is not. This man is happy as could be. He's doing the damn work. I'm like, it's a sea of motherfuckers in here.
Hey, when when you look out and it's all young people, it's just such an uplifting experience.
Oh, it gets real,
you know?
especially when you start spinning. I forgot which. It was a Naruto song. It was a Naruto opening.
Haruka Kanata.
There you go.
Yeah. I opened up with Haruka Kanata into like some drum and bass bomb remix.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here, I'm just like, that Asian Kung Fu Generation? What the fuck? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh, yeah, no. Asian Kung Fu Generation is like one of my favorite like J-Rock bands.
And I was in high
school. They did the Erased OP too. That, oh my God, that's like number one on my like playlist.
Asian Kung Fu Generation are like, they are like one of the heaviest hitters specifically of that genre of rock. Like in Japan, it's bananas. It is literally bananas. Like they did, because we know they did the Naruto opening. They also did Full Metal Alchemist. You know, the original, not Brotherhood. Or no, they didn't do Brotherhood. But they did a Bleach opening at one point. But dude, I remember diving into their music, or at least as much as I could find. You know, we're in high school. Shit, you're lucky if you can find anything, especially with how the internet was back then. But man, no, those guys became like the gold standard for like rock and roll for me. For a good while.
Yeah.
For a good while. They just had hit after hit after hit. It's just once they started getting older, they were just, I can't do all that yelling, singing no more. So they be chilling now. Oh my God. But yeah, once I heard that, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be good. Left, came back, see it, people, had a good ass time.
You gotta hit them with the classics.
Dog, I was not gonna lie to you. Just being in that room while you were spinning, I'm just like, first of all, I'm drunk off my ass because I went up and hung out with like the Rector System crew. Shout out to them.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, what y'all drinking? We drinking? All right, cool, man. I'm done with my set. I'm good. I'm drinking my ass off. I'm like, everything's off my shoulders. I'm like, all right, cool. Yusef done left. He getting pizza. I don't know what the fuck he is.
But for real, Blurcom was a whole homie jam though. Like,
yes, it was.
It was just like whole lot of squad out there. Like,
dude, it was nuts. Like almost every year that it happens, I run into somebody who I hadn't seen in years. Like one guy, and shout out to him, my friend Alex. I always call him the guy that stole my prom date because he did. Literally at prom. No, he did. No, he didn't steal her. So what happened was I never wanted to go to prom, and then my mother at the last minute was like, "You should go enjoy your prom," and I'm like, all right, I don't know who the fuck I'm taking though. And then my best friend Tyler was like, it's been my dream and my other best friend's dream to go to the same prom, but she went to a different school. I'm like, I'll bring her then. Come on. So she came in. I didn't give a damn. I danced a little bit, but I just didn't give a damn about being there. And then Alex, he was like, I'm taking prom pictures. First of all, you grabbed a girl that don't even match you. Like the dress, she blue, you red. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, she matching me, you idiot. But he was just in there taking this picture. When I say this man had the illest grin on his face, I was like, get the fuck out of here. And at the last blur card, I was just like, Alex?
there you go.
I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like, where the hell have you been? Because he disappeared.
It all resurfaces. Like.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, I'm joking. Oh, man. No, he and I got that joke. But, yeah, no. It's always a good time there. Like, when things are moving, when they're moving, it's a good time there. As far as conventions go, what would you say was your greatest experience going, performing, and just all around? It just has to be all in one package. It has to be a place you performed at.
All in one?
Yeah, it has to be a place you performed at. You had a good time at the convention, and just everything was all good. Whole package.
MagFest.
There you go.
That's not even a question.
There we are.
It's like MagFest really prioritizes the musicians or the performers, the acts.
Yep.
And that's not really something I've really experienced up to this point. Now there is another festival convention that I'm actually pretty excited about that's happening this summer as well.
Oh yeah.
It's actually located in Ohio. It's called Geek Out Festival. I think this might be their 5th or 6th year doing it. I'm not quite sure. I haven't been the past year, but I did get booked on it this year, so I'm pretty excited to check that out. It's like a camping festival, but they also have like cosplay contests and panels and like vendors, and it's like very nerd adjacent. So I'm really excited for it.
A camping festival, though.
Yeah, it's camp by your car,
So essentially, it's like what because MagFest has this thing where they go out into
the Mag Stock.
Yeah, they got that. So is it like that, but more vendors? Clearly.
Now I haven't been to Mag Stock. Honestly, I've been told about MagFest for the better half of the last decade, and I've only gotten the opportunity to check it out this past year. I mean. I'm hooked on it now. I'm from the DMV originally, so people have been talking about it in my ear about conventions and stuff like that. But I've really only been actively going and participating in conventions for the past 5 years, performing the past 2.
What was the first?
The first convention I went to
and played at, yeah.
Went to and played at would be BlurredCon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what was your first convention just attending?
Otakon.
There you go.
Otakon, yeah.
Oh, man.
I think I went to Otakon in 2013 or 14. It's like right before I moved out to Columbus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I was there in 14. I don't know if I was there in 13 because I think 13 was my first convention ever, and that was PAX in Boston. And that was
Otakon has gotten so massive.
Dude, yeah, especially in comparison to when I first started going.
Yeah,
I was just like, okay, there are people here. It's a good amount of people. It was already well established by that point. I'm like, all right, this is a lot of people. But then, like, the last year that I went, and I forgot when that was, I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of them. I'm like, look at all you motherfucking nerds. I'm one of you, but shit. Like, it's too many of y'all. I want to buy shit. But
so one thing I do want to talk about is I guess the rising of online conventions and things kind of adjacent to that, since we can't ignore it. There was a big ass panini that came through and stuck. It's still here, but lingering for the past 2 years. But in that time, there have been a bunch of stuff that popped up online, like culture events and like different like online conventions. I know you're affiliated, or you've worked with the bonus stage people.
Yep.
As well, so like kind of like
them,
Twitch parties like that. What are your thoughts on that space?
I hate it all. I'm telling you. I'm joking. No, so Yusuf and I, we thought at some point, we didn't predict a pandemic, right? And because that's what really started making people double down on all these like online conventions, online festivals and stuff like that.
It's alternative VR chat,
exactly,
shit like that.
Exactly.
Like, so that's oh my god.
Yeah, because
VR parties are crazy.
And that was the thing. And Yusuf and I, we were thinking about that like early on. So we were like, so what are we gonna do to be like prepared for this? Like really prepared for this in a way we can put on a show that we want to. We're two motherfuckers. We blue room. Like, what we gonna do? There's your drum set, and then there's me, and it's not like we gonna paint this place up or nothing. So we started experimenting with different things, 3D staging and stuff like that. Green screen, and it started. It worked out because once everything closed down, I'm like, well, it looks like we're gonna be doing online shows anyway. We might as well stream like the DJs and other guys, right? And Yusuf was like, yeah, okay, let's go. But then we found out guys started doing online conventions like bonus stage. They were some of the first people, Josh and them, to contact me, and then VGM Together, shout out to them. That was pretty cool. And there was one more we did. There was the Bites and Beats Festival, the IQ, and then they host that.
No, what's that about? I've heard about that.
Oh, Bites and Beats. Bites and Beats. I not for nothing. It's something IQ is associated with. I forgot exactly what they do, but IQ. The rapper, you know about him? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he is. I don't want to call him a nerdcore rapper. He is a rapper in general. He and I are kind of from the same scene. That's a long story. I'll jump into that later. Either way, he's highly involved in a lot of like. He's involved in nerd festivals. Like he booked for BlurredCon at one point. He was helping book for Otakon. And he's also a part of the NPC collective with Mega Ran, with Richie Branson, Game Boy Jones, and stuff like that. Very good dude. And he had this festival under the whole Bites and Beats thing, of which he's associated with. And it was a Juneteenth show. And that was nuts. Because he did it at the right time. Because on Juneteenth, Twitch was looking for channels to post on the front page. They were doing something with Juneteenth. And then while he had that going on, everything spiked like shit surged and like the numbers just went up crazy. And then we went on. By the time we went on, I forgot how many thousands of people were watching. I'm just like,
hell yeah.
This real. And what was even funnier is it was a bad. It was
it was live then.
It was live.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was a bad scenario because Wreck the System was going on. I was supposed to be going on after them.
Mm-hmm.
Their signal cut out.
Oh.
So Chris calls us and he's like, guys, can y'all go on right now? And I'm like,
I mean, yeah.
I'm like, Yusef's fixing the sound. Anton's taking a piss. I'm like over here drinking some water and doing some dumb shit when the phone rang. And I'm like, we can. He's like, we need you right now, man. Just set the feed. And Yusef just presses the button. Next thing you know, everything's on me. I'm like,
oh.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tovaun Anthony. We're going to play some music for y'all. Shit, iPad. So it was so dumb. But now we got it. And I love the experience of it all because it also helped me kind of put things in place to when things did start opening back up again. Yeah. People they already knew who I was.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so it was a great opportunity. Anybody that took advantage of it, like if you looked at it and you were probably like, nah, you made a bad idea. Yeah, you just made a bad choice. But no, it helped. It got more people's names out there.
Yeah.
Because it exposed a lot. Because if you think about a lot of like conventions, you want to book new people. You want to give people opportunity, but at the same time, you still need star power, stuff like that, right? So not everybody's going to get that opportunity. It gave way more people an opportunity to be seen.
Definitely. It's like I got put on MagFest because of online gigs, like Twitch parties and things like that.
One of the guys at MagFest told me because of the Juneteenth thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see? It really makes a difference. And this is a message to any artist right now. If you're not diversifying your platform, if you're only doing local gigs, definitely put your stuff in online spaces and apply to do like some like online parties. It definitely gets your name out there and you can really like reach a different fan base. People are out there like your stuff. They just don't know they do yet because you're not exposed to it. So, putting it more in online spaces definitely like opens up you for more opportunities, like one of the first ones I was involved with was Anime Lockdown. When the convention, when the pandemic first hit, they started doing like virtual conventions. This is like original idea. They're not like converting to doing like a virtual convention. It's just like this is the thing. So that was really cool. And they had one of the panels from like one of my favorite animes, the author of that, Welcome to the NHK. Have you heard of that?
Oh my God, I haven't heard of that in years, man.
That's like...
That was... Because, No, go ahead. Speak.
Well, no, yeah, it was just really cool to like... It's like, whoa, I was on the same show with like the author of the... Welcome to the NHK, and that opened up me to like have new fans and get different opportunities to play in different online spaces, which eventually got me bookings like IRL. So, it's just a testament, the internet is real. Like,
yes, indeed it is. I'm like, take this seriously. And then when you have, a situation like the pandemic going on, it was a lot of people that didn't know what the hell they were going to do. They just had no ideas. Like, now I can't play out. Let's say you're a full-time musician. Right. And it's just like, oh, well, there goes that bag. What the fuck do I do right now? And it's like, with the internet, especially with those shows, depending on how they're marketed, this, that, and the other, it's like you don't know who will be in there to see you just because they saw the one person they wanted to see, and they might have just lingered around for a little bit. It gave some people, not trying to make it drastic, it gave some people a sense of hope too,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It was just like,
I mean, music and performance in general is a lifeline for so many people, expressing themselves and really having communion with other folks over that, it's really like the only outlet for a lot of people. So, it's great that we have that tool to still be able to do that, even in times of isolation.
Yes. And, music and then conventions in general, like the amount of people I would see in the chats during these events who are just happy to talk to other people. They felt like they could at least socialize to a point, like the way that they would in a convention. It's like, clearly you don't have the person in front of you, but it's like, nah, I know this guy and I know these people. They're all in here and we're kind of talking shit amongst each other, even though it's like rolling up and down. And I'm just like, oh no, this is pretty cool, especially when people started putting together like those virtual rooms where people can kind of jump around as avatars and shit. Yeah. Like, I was
it's even cooler when it's like when they disconnect it from the Twitch, or it's like doubled with Twitch and Discord.
Yeah,
because I've seen like convention halls in Discord and people role playing in a broken elevator.
Freaking
role playing broken elevator. What convention have you been to where the elevator hasn't broken at least once? Yeah.
I ain't got one for you, player. I tried. I really did. Oh man. Oh my God. Damn. No. But yeah. No. Good stuff. Good times. And it definitely it got people to get in and just be as creative as they could be. And it's the internet. You know, you feel a little more free to try.
Oh, it definitely things. Made me like try out new things. You know, graphic design. Learning OBS in general just was like, okay, I didn't. Okay, let's figure this out. You know,
funny shit. Like, it was some cats that I knew that they wanted to get in the live stream because they wanted to get on the shows and everything. I'm like, all right, so what do you know? They're like, nothing. I'm like, all right,
do you have an audio interface?
Yeah, that's number one. Do you have anything that says in and out? Like anything, dude, man, no. The cats that didn't have an audio interface. I had a friend.
They sold out real quick when the pandemic hit. Like, you couldn't find one for a little bit.
No, yeah. And I had a guy who unfortunately he just had no idea what he was buying. He thought he got something. He got like a mic, and then he got what he thought was an interface. I'm like, this isn't an interface. This is a preamp. And I'm talking about like an analog preamp. This ain't it plugs into the computer. You plug this into something that goes into the computer. And he was like, fuck. I'm like, yeah, all right, look. I got this I had like a 1 in, 1 out like thing. And I was like, hold on to this until you can get something else. But you hook this up to the computer. Hook your mic up. All right, cool. That's the first part.
Yeah.
Now we go on look at a streaming application. Have you heard of OBS? No? Okay. Let's see. What'll be better for you?
OBS or Streamlabs?
There you go.
What are you going with?
So it kind of depends on what I want to do. Granted, it's like.
So you use both?
I have. When it came to the 3D staging that we did, we would use OBS.
I feel like OBS is a little more plug-in friendly.
Yeah. With because Streamlabs, you're kind of supposed to just take it and run.
Right. Yeah.
That's really what it is, because it's supposed to be like very user friendly.
Yeah, it's like the Mac of the
exactly.
Just take it in. Yeah.
Exactly, and it's funny because Twitch, they have their own application. But it's just like, I'm not going to trust this. I'm just not like, this ain't what y'all do. So, but yeah, no, like Streamlabs, if I'm like streaming games, it's just easy. 1, 2, and I just go with it. And because of their like little package thing, you got you can stream to different platforms at once and stuff like that. Because that's the thing about OBS. You have to, in order to multicast, it's just extra shit you got to go through. And I'm like, I ain't doing it. So that's the only reason why I would use Streamlabs for that. But yeah, 3D staging. And if I'm importing certain elements that I'm just like, I don't know if this program will crash, that one. Yeah, I'm just going to use OBS. Much more simple for me. But yeah, I mean, I've had my problems with those too, because like I had literally just started streaming at all, like right before the pandemic hit, like, or even trying to. So I'm just like, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Yeah, I know sound stuff to a point because I record music.
All right.
But just live video, I'm like,
it's a whole different dynamic.
Yeah, because
like me setting up like different camera angles to try to like diversify how my live streams are looking, and like doing different effects on the video and different shading and stuff like that. It's a really cool different like aspect of it, of production that I didn't really take into account until going into the virtual space.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tiny Waves. They really inspired me with their streams as well as their activity at MagFest. They really helped inspire my stuff for Glotaku, as well as shout out to the Control Freak, my homie throwing anime dance parties over in New York under anime dance music. He really helped me out with that idea off the works too.
Okay, man, I got a lot of influences. because of the whole streaming thing. One big shout out I want to give is to my friend Lacey Johnson, bestie. Like her setup, like live setup is just freaking cool. So I'm just like, I need to step my shit up.
That's your knowledge plug right there.
Yeah. I'm just, Well, a lot of other people, they had like a lot of things going on, like night of the round. But I think half of theirs was pre-recorded though. That's one thing about
pre-recorded things are just so much easier to run with. You know, it's just so much less margin for error, and you can edit stuff in post.
Yep.
And you could just like run the videos.
Yeah.
You could just chop up a 7-hour party and then just
bang, there you go.
Press play, sit back and enjoy the chat. You know,
exactly. It's
way less
else.
effort.
I only did one pre-recorded show, and that was recently. I forgot if it was an MPC Collective show. I think it was MPC. Either way, Megaran was running it, and he had contacted me like 2 days before, like it was supposed to go down, and I'm like, what live show? What? Oh shit! I'm like, I don't know where Yusuf is. Can I do this in my own house? And he was like, if you need to pre-record it, that's what I actually prefer right now, especially since it's last minute. I'm like, all right, cool. I just hooked up Logic, put my camera in front of me, and just lined up all my songs, did it, and just threw everything at him. He's like, bet. Ran the whole thing. I'm like, oh, well, this works.
Yeah.
I was like, that way I ain't got to be stressed.
It's Streamlabs too. Like,
yeah. Didn't have to be stressed. I could be in the chat, say what's up to people. Because one person was like, is this live? I'm like, I know it actually looks like it because of the way I recorded it, but no. I am here, baby. Crazy shit, man. But
no, I just got like a little Shao clone, you know?
Yeah. Random question. So when you're playing around at these spots in different states, what state, because I'm a food guy, I'm a foodie. Where have you performed where, like, around where you were, it had the best food?
Probably Pittsburgh.
Oh?
Yeah, probably Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has some pretty cool food spots, yeah.
What'd you enjoy?
Like delis.
Okay.
Just some really good sandwich spots is what I gotten over there. I couldn't place it. Like, last time I was out there was like probably like 2016. But that was just a really good spot. And it's they like market it as like the whole meal is in the sandwich, right? So like all your sides and shit, it's just like stacked up top of each other. Like the story is like it was made for like truckers or something. So they want the whole everything you can just like have it in your hand. I don't remember the name of it, but that place fucking slapped.
Oh my god!
I mean, I don't know. I would say here, but like I'm from here, so it feels different.
That's a bias.
Yeah.
It's a little biased. You know it. You know what's good. I love going to different areas. While I was out in Boston, there was definitely a couple of spots.
Seafood in Boston.
That's the only thing. I didn't really try the seafood while I was out there. Yeah, I'm an idiot.
It's that coastal town.
Dude, when I was going up there, all I said, I put it on the internet. I was like, look, I want to know where a good old fashioned is, a good stout. And I think that's all I asked for. I didn't say shit about food because I thought I could just find that myself. I should have asked. I really should have asked.
You always got to ask the locals.
Well, ask the locals, but sometimes you can't ask the locals because they'll tell you a chain, and then you're sitting here like, you're going to tell me the best food in your area is a Ruth's Chris. Nah, bruh. Nah, okay. Slide over. I need that hole in the wall where there's a guy in the back with an apron on, a little blood on it. His name is Thud. And then that's what the fuck I want.
The authentic shit.
Yeah. You walk in the restaurant, it smells funny. You look in the kitchen, and he's just like, and you're like, damn, this food fitting a slap. It's like going to a Caribbean restaurant. If they're nice to you in the States, that food ain't gonna be that great. I need an old ass lady that don't want you to be there. The dude at the front just be like, it's not ready. And you just like, motherfucker, I've been here for an hour. What you mean it's not ready? All right, what about the oxtails? Me and have died. No, it's right there. I see it. Oh my god. But yeah, no, man. I did enjoy some food up there. I was at the Omni Hotel, and they had a restaurant in there. Had probably one of the best sandwiches I've had in my entire life. I will look it up on my phone later so I can tell you exactly what it was, but God almighty. Definitely that. A lot of places I've gone to that I've at least performed in the area. Damn. Man, because I've been to a lot of places where I just haven't performed. Like Louisiana had some fucking food for that ass.
Yeah, see, that's honestly what I was gonna say. My dad used to live out in Louisiana, like 2010 or something, and I like went out to visit him, and like the food down there just slaps. Like all the Creole food, the Cajun food, like
Bananas.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Man, it's freaking, it's wild. Let's see. What's another question I can ask? Because I know I said before we actually started this podcast that I was going to make you a drink.
I'm ready for it. Yeah. Hit me with the mule.
Give you my version of a mule. I ended up doing a video of it. Like, I don't know if it's a couple weeks ago at this point, but I don't know why I tried that. I was shirtless and oiled up and shit, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna shake this together. How you doing? And I'm gonna tell y'all something, gentlemen. Just word to the wise. It doesn't mess with me, but I know it'll mess with some of y'all. If you do that, it ain't gonna be the women hitting up your DMs. There's gonna be a bunch of guys going, so I'm thirsty. I ain't no problem with it. Hey, all right, come on.
You know niggas be bold. Like this ain't nothing new. Look, it don't change.
Men are men, no matter what they're into.
Hey.
They are men. They're gonna pursue it the same way. I like it. Not gonna lie. I'm just like, oh, thank you, cutie. And I go about my business.
Hey, I take all compliments.
Hey, 100%.
Hey.
How do you think I found out I was pretty? My God, wasn't no women telling me that except old ladies and gay men. Sir, you. I'm like, me? Oh, thank you, goddammit. But yeah, nah, man. I am going to make you my version of a mule, which is technically a headless horseman. All right, and we are back. We're in my kitchen. I'm over here trying to get these lights right. Like, I know anything about lighting. I'm joking. My professor at Full Sail will kill me. And I'm going to make Obi Wan Shinobi a drink. Specifically a mule. A Irish mule, because I'm using whiskey. God dang it. And while I'm getting ready to prepare the drink, why don't you tell the people what you got coming up?
Sure, yeah. Well, I got a couple parties I'm hosting. We have Glotaku in June 18th. So that's the cosplay party I was talking about earlier. So I'm super excited about that one. Also going to be my birthday party. So we're going to have a cosplay contest as well as DJs on the patio and some special guest performances as well inside. We also have a warehouse party coming up on June 27th or May 27th. So here pretty soon in Columbus, Ohio. So that's actually a secret location, but you can check my social media platforms for details on how to get that stuff. And yeah, I also have Octane coming up here on May 20th. So that is a drum and bass, footwork, really fast music, rave music party that we have going on at Junior's Bar and Grill in Columbus, Ohio. And that will also be streaming over on the Knoll Entertainment Twitch. So you can find all these information on my social media. You can find me everywhere at Obi Wan Shinobi.
Lovely, lovely. Amazing, man. I'm telling you, check out this guy. I'm not gassing him up. This isn't just for the camera. This is the guy. I believe in this guy. So understand, when I tell you, I'm joking. Okay, so like I said, we have a mule here. The basic makings of a mule: ginger beer, mint, lime juice. Where the hell is my lime juice? If you're making an Irish mule, it's whiskey instead of vodka, Moscow mule. So I already got the ice in there. I had that good ice. You gotta get that stuff from Chick-fil-A. Where they praise the Lord and treat you like a king for at least the 30 seconds you in the line. My God. But yeah, I already got my ice in the mixer, or in the shaker, I should say.
It's the improv mule.
There you go.
It's the on God mule.
The on God mule. Ladies and gentlemen, the on God mule. Hopefully I open this fast enough. But what are your plans as far as the next few years? Conventions, more. What do you want to ultimately do?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I would like to see Glotaku turn into like a regular seasonal event, and really see where that takes me in Columbus as well. Travel more, keep doing conventions, and We have a mix series with my homies in Blessed Up Gang. We just started this party Limit Break. That's the warehouse party. So hopefully that can really, blow up and progress a little bit more. Really just trying to have some continuous longevity with these party series.
And who are some other artists that you've worked with and are looking to work with?
I could just shout out some of my homies in the DJ con community that I've been working with so far. Awesomest Prime, Awesomest Prime, WT Snack. Shout out to them. Shout out to you got the egg. You're gonna put an egg in the mule?
You're gonna see what I'm gonna do.
What? Wait.
No, you're gonna see what I'm gonna do. No, go ahead, keep talking.
What are you?
You want to be funny? Look.
You're putting egg in my drink?
Wait for it.
Is this FDA approved?
Yes, totally. I'm doing this the odd way because it's like, there we go. All I needed was the egg white.
Oh man. I mentioned earlier, shout out to the Tiny Waves folks, Ben Briggs and my homie Control Freak up in New York with anime dance music. It's been really cool getting involved with the convention space,
Gotta be strong with it. You shake it. Let me stop. It's always funny because you gotta do it until you don't really hear that much anymore.
Wait, was it supposed to melt down or something?
Essentially. Feel it. Cold, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's how it goes. I'm sorry, I got a text message from some booty for later. I'm joking. I don't get no ass.
No bitchy?
None. None whatsoever. I'm totally dateable and totally emotionally available. Dude, there's literally a guy at this one bar called Copycat in DC. Once he starts mixing your drinks, he's literally dancing to the beat. It don't matter how fast the tempo is, too. That man changes with the tempo.
Hey, that's a workout.
It was crazy.
Get your workout while you're working. It's all foamy.
See.
Is that what the egg does?
Yeah, essentially what the egg does. It's nothing more than foam on top. See, here's the thing about lime, young man. I ain't had none, but I'm about to show you what I meant. Let me stop. I'm an idiot. What I meant. And it is not done without. And with that,
okay,
we have my version of the mule. I wish I could focus this.
The On God Mule.
The On God Mule. The top has bitters. Go ahead and give that a yeek. I wish I had some wine.
Oh, it smells good. It reminds me of sorbet.
It reminds you of sorbet.
Yeah, it's like sour.
Mm-hmm.
The top layer adds a kind of creaminess to it.
Mm-hmm.
But not it's not dairy creamy, It's just kind of thick.
Yeah, it's the reason why I didn't want to use cream. I was just I can put some fluff on top. The moment you saw that egg, you're like, wait a minute, homie.
What you doing with that egg?
It's crazy, man. But
no, I'll try it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed. We actually did something fun. I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is a good first episode. I was so glad to have you here, my friend, everyone. DJ Obi Wan Shinobi. Follow him everywhere. I'm going to post all his links here in descriptions and all that stuff. If you're just listening to the podcast, it will be in the description on whatever platforms I put it on. More than likely Spotify, more than likely Apple Music, all that stuff. So once again, brother, thanks again. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, no, just, excited to be back in the DMV. Really excited to link up with you at BlurredCon and MagFest. It's going to be a good time.
All right, guys. Till next time, this is Tovaun Anthony. And hell yeah. All right, people, thanks once again for listening to the first episode of the O on God podcast. Big thanks to Obi Wan Shinobi. He made a special mix for this episode, and I will link it in the description. Till next time, I'm Tovaun Anthony, and I wish you health, safety, peace, and blessings.